tracks together with the car. If something happens.
Are there any minor children in the home?
My
We
favorite
have 4
guy,
kids.
if
4
you
kids,
will.
and their ages, please.
8, 10, 12, 14.
Any firearms in the home?
What?
Any firearms in the home?
Sorry.
Any guns or firearms?
No, we don't have none.
Any pew
Thank you.
pews?
All right.
Hey, what up,
State,
hot,
any
hot
questions
mess?
of Ms. Valdez?
Just one follow-up, Your Honor. Ma'am, are there any currently in place any injunctions that would prevent you and Mr. Lewis having contact with one another?
No, no problem.
You have to speak. No, Your Honor.
Okay. And were any of the children present when this incident occurred?
Or what? Any of the kids?
Yeah.
No.
No further questions.
Thank you. All right. As the alleged victim regarding Mr. Rojas Hernandez, Ms. Clark, did you?
Oh man, what's up? What's up, James? What's up with your internet? It'd be tripping. I don't know what's going on. I couldn't tell you guys. That's what happens when you pay $9.99.
Means that Mr. Rojas Hernandez may not put his hands on you without your permission, no loud discussions, no verbal arguments, no threats through social media. If any of those things occur, please contact law enforcement. As to, Mr. Rojas Hernandez is not to possess any weapons. Well, that'll be when we talk to Mr. Rojas Hernandez.
Your Honor, I just wanted to place my objection to the no hostile contact on the record. I understand your court's ruling. Really, the basis of the objection is more for Mr. Rojas, as there is information within the four corners that Ms. Valdez did attempt to prevent him from calling law enforcement. I understand Your Honor's ruling. But
Understood. All right. Ma'am, I find probable cause for the allegation of battery domestic violence related. Your bond is going to be set in the amount of $1,000. I will talk with Mr. Rojas Hernandez, and for now, I am going to allow you to have no hostile contact with him, and that you may return to the family home. No hostile contact for you also means you can't put your hands on him without his permission. No verbal arguments, no threats in person or through social media. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, thanks. And I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent your interest. Neither of you is to possess any weapons or firearms.
I think it's their website though. I do have cheap
Do you have any
internet,
additional dates for Miss?
Next court date on demand.
Thank you.
but I'm gonna have to give this one to the state of Florida. I
Day 4 versus Catherine Van Landingham.
do pay $9.99 for my internet, but
Be
I
approved.
get 50 megs up, so that should be sufficient enough to be able to pull this off.
Ma'am, you were here based on a violation of 796.07, subsection 2, subsection E. I find probable cause. Your bond is set in the amount of $500, and I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent your interests. Thank you. 500.
Court date on
Next,
demand.
man, that was fast.
State of Florida versus Pravat Yao, 25 MM 811.
PD approved.
Hello, Mr. Yao.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. Is it pronounced Yao?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Yao, you were here based on an allegation of battery domestic violence related. Your case number is 25 MM 811. I find probable cause. Your bond is going to be set in the amount of $1,500 with the special conditions that you have no contact whatsoever with the alleged victim in this case. If you cohabitate, you're going to need to maintain a separate residence. You may return one time
wow.
with law enforcement if you have some personal property at the alleged victim's home. You're not to possess any weapons or firearms. Ms. Jones?
I did want to make you aware of something before you set, when determining bond. The defendant is currently out on bond in a Polk County case. I don't expect Your Honor to revoke bond in that case. However, it is 53-2024-CF-9425. The charges in that case are resisting with violence, resisting without violence, burglary of an assault battery within a dwelling with the same listed victim as in this case, and tampering.
Damn.
We are asking for no contact. In that case, the victim did petition the court to modify to have it to be no hostile contact. That was granted on January 16th, 5, based on the nature of the allegations in that case, and this being the same exact listed victim, the state would ask
Damn.
for a high bond and no contact with the listed victim.
Right. The request for no contact is granted, Mr. Yao. Until our case gets sorted out, you may not have no contact whatsoever with the alleged victim. That is different than the ruling that has been made in the other county. So, so no contact will be this court's order, and if there is a violation of that, you could be found in violation of your conditions.
It is. I believe Polk County is in live PD, if you will. Oh, his bus is tripping again. Oh, duh. I can't be streaming like this. It's very inconvenient.
In case.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Officer
Court date on demand.
of the Public Defender is appointed. If not, if I didn't announce that. State of Florida versus Michael Muscat, 25 CF 1027.
PD approved.
What this character do?
Hello, Mr.
Looking.
Muscat.
Excuse me, is there a judge in this courtroom?
I can't hear you.
I said, is there a judge in this courtroom?
What?
You're looking at a judge. Can you hear me okay?
I actually believe I'm looking at a traveling magistrate. So, like, I don't see a judge in that courtroom.
All right, Mr. Muscat, we're going to get through your initial appearance. I find probable cause for the allegations of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and armed trespass with a firearm. Your bond in count 1 is going to be set in the amount of $5,000. Your bond in count 2 is set in the
Damn. This fool was on a good. He was on a sick one. It's just the stream from the bottom is tripping. I'm not sure what's going on with their stream because the one from the top is working.
PD approved.
Doubtful.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Mr. Spiro. Mr. Spiro, you are here based on an allegation of kidnapping and battery by strangulation. Those offenses are
Awa.
known pursuant to a Florida statute 907.041. Count 1 is known as a dangerous crime. Not sure about count 2. It may be also a dangerous crime.
Count 2 is also enumerated as a dangerous crime in the statute, but it's not mandatory.
Thank you. As to count 1, is what does the state intend to do?
The state has filed a motion for pretrial detention. I have a copy for Your Honor, if I can approach.
Thank you. Mr. Spiro, in many cases, you are obviously entitled to the presumption of innocence and the,
Yes, self-defense, I'd like.
yeah, hold on just a sec. Let me get through this and then I'll let you speak real quick.
Courtesy flush.
You're entitled to the presumption of innocence and entitlement to bond. In this case, because you're charged with count 1, a enumerated offense, the state of Florida has a legal right to file a motion for pretrial detention. You're going to be having a hearing on that motion this Thursday at 8:15. Looks like that's going to be in front of Judge Wilson.
That's it.
Okay, it's going to be in front of me. So I volunteered to take Judge Wilson's motion for pretrial detention this Thursday at 8:15. The state will have the obligation of proving some things to the court in order to hold you without bond. As to the battery by strangulation, I am going to set a bond. That bond is going to be set in the amount of $2,500 with the special condition that you have no contact with the alleged victim. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent your interests. With that being said, I would encourage you to talk about whatever you want to put on the record with Ms. Clark before you put it on the record, but I'm happy to hear you out. You want to talk to the attorney real quick before you tell me what you're thinking?
Damn, that's cheap, right?
She wanted her laundry done and cake and wine were all good. We were doing fine, and all of a sudden she wanted to attack.
So against the advice of counsel, that should not talk about facts on the case, Your Honor.
And no matter what, She wanted what I promised her.
Okay, all right. I understand you disagree with what's in the charging document. We're going to have a more thorough conversation this Thursday at 8:15. Thank you, sir.
What the what? Damn, and everybody knows what he did now, so they're gonna go back to their units, to their pods, or to their dorms, and
How about the cases that we're going to circle back to, Mr. Angione, Mr. Watts, or Mr. Bruno?
Mr. Bruno? Adrian Bruno? Okay,
hey,
he's
thank you
approaching, Your
for
Honor.
that
Mr. Bruno.
black hole. Who was that? K Fines, thank you, highly appreciate that. It's buffering again. Let's see, let me get it going really right quick, if you will. They probably didn't pay the internet bill this month. Don't talk about Bruno. Let me see. Wouldn't that be already his have his papers? Let's see what this vato did. Looking mighty suspect.
Bruno. Mr. Bruno, you are here based on an allegation of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon without the intent to kill. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender. Ms. Clark?
Yes, Your Honor. In the four corners of the affidavit, when we read what the defendant said here, in his reading, it says that the alleged victim grabbed him by the shirt, and then he pulled out a knife in order to convince her to let him go.
Don't start crying now.
In the AV's description of what happened, she admitted to committing a robbery by snatching. And then when the defendant pulled out the knife to defend himself, she then continued to escalate the situation and grab at the knife. And which appear, I guess, and so reading the four corners of the affidavit, it looks as if she was the aggressor in both
Thank you, Joanne.
descriptions, in her and the AV's description. One other thing I wanted to point out, the police officer said that he felt like the defendant was strong enough to, even if she was gripping him up by the shirt, he would have been strong enough to get out of the vehicle, even if she was holding on to him. I don't think that makes him the aggressor in the situation. It sounds like he was trying to defend himself, but because he's a man, he was charged with the crime.
Ms. Jones?
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure if we have wildly different affidavits, but in the affidavit I have, within the four corners of it, there's certainly probable cause for aggravated assault. 784.021, and the jury instructions delineate to the court that there are there's four elements of within the four corners. We have even understatement of the events that when having his shirt simply pulled on, he decided to take out a knife, and she grabbed the knife. Post Miranda, he advised that, within the four corners of the affidavit, law enforcement does indicate that she was smaller in stature, and it appeared feasible to the law enforcement officer that he should have been able to exit, but he advised that he did not want to get out of the car because he did not want to talk. Again, on the next paragraph, when they speak to the victim in the case, she indicates that he was there were issues with infidelity, that he screenshotted something, was scrolling on his phone. She attempted to grab the phone. He then pulled the knife out, attempted to push her away. Then she indicates to law enforcement that she was in fear of what he may do. Law enforcement also observed injuries on her. If defense wants to file a stand your ground motion, that is something that they can do, and they can do that at any time, even pre-filing of an information. But within the four corners of the affidavit, in the facts and circumstances to the officer at the time certainly rise to at least probable cause that he did not have any right to pull out a knife or having his shirt grabbed a little bit.
All right, thanks. Yes, Ms. Clark.
I'm sorry, I just want to respond in saying that in both the defendant and the AV's recount of what happened, she was the initial aggressor. Either she grabbed him by the shirt because she was mad that he was cheating, or she attempted to snatch his phone from him, which is a crime, a robbery by snatching, because she was mad he was cheating. And as a male, if he pulled out the knife, he's 5'8", he's not that big, he should have the right to defend himself. He shouldn't be allowed to be battered because he's a guy with no option.
Hey, he's about to get
Understood.
severely battered in
Mr.
that
Clark
place
makes
right
a
now.
Reasonable, either immunity argument or a self-defense argument. The determination today is probable cause. I find within the four corners of the affidavit, there is probable cause. I'm going to set bond in the amount of $3,500 and order that he have no contact whatsoever with the alleged victim. He may return one time if they cohabitate with law enforcement to get any personal property. And he is not to possess any weapons or firearms while the case is getting sorted out. Thank you.
Thank you. Bruno? Man up. Man up. Be coming over here like that, Bruno, with a name like Bruno. And talk about thank you. Oh, yeah.
State of Florida versus
Next. Let's see what it
Herbert
is.
Watts. Mr. Watts arrived.
Hey, what's up? Hey, let's get to
Your
100,000 taps. We're at 78,000. What up? Hook it up. Tap, tap, tap.
No PDF.
Thank you. Hello, Mr. Watts.
Mr.
How you doing,
Watts.
sir?
I'm well. Thank you for asking. Mr. Watts, you are here based on a judge finding probable cause for the allegation of manslaughter. State, you intend to file a motion for pretrial detention?
Yes, Your Honor. Our motion has been filed. I believe the clerk has a copy.
Right, thanks. Mr. Watts, as I was explaining to the other gentleman, certain crimes qualify as consideration for dangerous crimes. That's pursuant to Florida Statute 907.041. The state of Florida has the legal right to file a motion for pretrial detention and bring that matter before a court at a hearing. That hearing is going to happen this Thursday at 8:15. And which judge will this be assigned to?
Room 5F, Judge Wilson.
All right, thanks. That's a second motion for pretrial detention. There's some chance that that's going to be coming here. But you will see either Judge Wilson or myself or Judge Beamer on Thursday at 8:15 for a determination of the state's motion for pretrial detention. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent your interest. Thank you.
Thank you.
Damn, that escalated quickly right there. Let me see right
Would you
here.
like to do Mr. Mangione now or the interpreter cases?
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Maggioni.
Thank you. State of Florida versus Richard Mangione.
Your Honor, the issue with this individual is when I was reading his warrant, it said return to IAs for possible ROR. And then when I was talking to the defendant, he had told me that the underlying case was a first-degree felony in which he had did 11 months in probation and then 80 days in the county. And so I just wasn't sure if it was something that maybe the clerk could look up or why the other judge wrote possible ROR.
Let me take a look and see if I can sort this.
Let's see, what are we watching? We're watching Florida courtrooms, if you will.
Which other judge are we talking about?
It was when I was reading through the warrant, at the bottom of the warrant, it said, return to IAs for possible ROR. And I don't have it in front of me now, Your Honor, I'm sorry, when I read it.
I have a warrant on 23 MM1655. It was from Judge Arendis. The date was December 2nd, 2024. I don't see any of the language that you are referring to. The language that I have has the original stamp and indicates no bond, Florida only.
Let me see, 1 second, Your Honor. Let me see.
Sure.
Iowa's going to start in 13 minutes. But that's going to be a
On the
problem.
first page, it says subject will return to first appearance for ROR. No, for a status hearing for possible ROR. It's, I know you can't see from here, say Osceola County Jail Wanted Person Table, that's what it says at the bottom.
Yeah, I have no reason to disagree with you.
Okay.
I am looking, however, at the original warrant that
I understand.
Judge Arendis signed, and it has no bond.
I'm going to need a
Let's
nap.
see if we've got a court date for Mr. Mangione.
On next court date, April 17, 8:30 a.m., courtroom 4B.
You would be seeing the judge next Thursday. I do intend to impose the conditions that were found on the warrant, which indicates no bond, Florida only. And I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender. If there's some error with that, I'm sure you can get the cause advanced.
So bond means is to get released.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You gotta pay money to get released while you wait for your trial. So if you pay the bond, then you'll get out, and then you just have to go to your following court appointments, and then
We have one more? For English?
depending.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. This is Rafael Barrera, State Certified Court Interpreter, and I have been previously sworn.
Good afternoon, Mr. Barreras. We have several individuals that need your assistance for initial appearance. You'll be doing the interpreting over the intercom.
Certainly, Your Honor.
First case that I have is Juan Acosta Ruiz, 25 CF 1052.
My apologies, Your Honor. That case number broke up when you were speaking. Could you kindly repeat it, Your Honor?
Of course, 25 CF 1052.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, sir.
Buenas tardes, caballero.
Buenas tardes.
Good afternoon.
Sir, you were arrested based on allegations of grand theft, possession of burglary tools, and burglary to an occupied dwelling unarmed.
Señor, usted fue arrestado por un cargo de hurto mayor, posesión de herramientas de allanamiento y allanamiento de un transporte
yeah.
sin herramientas o de una vivienda ocupada sin herramientas.
You are entitled to consideration
Thank you.
for bond on the first two counts. Bond will be set in the amount of $2,500 and $2,500.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Usted tiene derecho a fianza en los primeros dos cargos. Se le programaron una fianza de $2,500 y $2,500.
Ms. Jones, does the state anticipate filing a motion for pretrial?
Licenciada Jones, la Fiscalía tiene pensado entablar un pedimento para prisión preventiva.
No, Your Honor, the state, actually, I stood up because I don't believe that I don't know if there was an error for what was input in count 3. I'm pausing for the interpreter.
No, su señoría, la Fiscalía no cree porque pensamos que hay un error sobre lo que se ingresó referente al tercer cargo.
Co-defendants were all arrested on burglary of a structure. There's nothing within the four corners, at least from my reading, that indicate a occupied dwelling was involved at all.
Los coacusados fueron arrestados en cargos de allanamiento de una estructura. No vemos nada en absoluto dentro del contenido del documento que indique que era una vivienda ocupada.
And as such, I think there's only PC for burglary of a structure and not burglary of a dwelling.
Por tanto, solamente indicios razonables para allanamiento de una estructura y no allanamiento de una vivienda.
I'm also going to change one thing that I said. As to count 2, the court does not find probable cause. He'll be released on his own recognizance as to count 2.
Y voy a cambiar algo que había dicho anteriormente. En el segundo cargo determino que no hay indicios razonables. Será liberado bajo palabra en el segundo cargo.
Like the co-defendants, I find probable cause for burglary of a structure as to count 3.
Igual que los coacusados, determino que existen indicios razonables en el cargo de allanamiento de una estructura en el tercer cargo.
On the amount of $2,500 as to count 3.
Y serán $2,500 de fianza en el tercer cargo.
The Office of the Public Defender is appointed.
Se designa a las oficinas del defensor público.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias.
$2,500. State of Florida versus Rafael Castillo Camejo.
PD approved.
Se le designa al defensor público.
Sir, you were arrested based on an allegation of engaging or offering prostitution, a violation of 796.07 subsection 2, subsection E.
Señor, usted fue arrestado por participar o ofrecer prostitución bajo el estatuto 796.07, inciso 2, inciso E.
Court finds probable cause.
El tribunal determina que existen indicios razonables.
Bond is set in the amount of $500.
La fianza se programa en $500.
The Office of the Public Defender is appointed.
Se le designa a las oficinas del defensor público.
Next
Gracias.
court date on demand.
Próxima comparecencia cuando sea programada. And Your Honor, respectfully, if you could kindly confirm the case number for this last defendant, please.
Of course, 25 MM 799.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Our next case is 25 MM803, State of Florida versus Albert Hernandez Shaquin.
PD approved.
Se le designa el defensor público.
You were arrested based on an allegation of engaging, committing, or offering prostitution.
Queda arrestada por una alegación de participar o ofrecer prostitución.
I find probable cause.
Determino que existen indicios razonables.
The bond is set in the amount of $500.
La fianza se programa en $500.
The Office of the Public Defender is appointed.
Se le asigna a las oficinas del defensor público.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias.
Next court date on demand.
Próxima comparecencia cuando sea programada.
State of Florida versus Antonio Jimenez Mendoza.
PD approved.
Se le designa el defensor público.
Good afternoon, sir.
Buenas tardes, caballero.
Sir, you were arrested based on an allegation of operating a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license.
Señor, usted fue arrestado por una alegación de conducir un vehículo a motor sin tener licencia válida.
Find probable cause.
Determino que existen indicios razonables.
Bond is set in the amount of $250.
La fianza se le programa en $250.
The Office of the Public Defender is appointed.
Las oficinas del defensor público han sido designadas.
You may have an immigration hold. You may want to talk about that with your attorney.
Es posible que usted tenga un retén de inmigración. Debería hablar sobre ese tema con su abogado.
Thank you, sir.
Gracias.
Court date, April 17, 8:30 a.m., courtroom 4B. If out on bond, April 24, 8:30 a.m., courtroom 4B.
My apologies, Madam Clerk. Could you kindly repeat that? I'm so sorry.
Next court date, April 17, 8:30 a.m., courtroom 4B.
Próxima comparecencia, 17 de abril, 8:30, sala 4B. And Madam Clerk, if you could kindly confirm that case number, please.
25 CT 1381.
Thank you very
If
much,
out on
Madam
bond, April 24, 8:30 a.m., courtroom 4B.
Y se está libre bajo fianza 24 de abril, 8:30, sala 4B.
State of Florida versus Hector Rivera, 25 CF 1059.
PD approved.
Se le designa el defensor público.
Good afternoon, sir.
Buenas tardes, caballero. Good afternoon.
Sir, you were arrested based on an allegation of burglary with an assault or battery.
Usted arrestado por un cargo de allanamiento con una agresión física.
I find probable cause.
Determino que existen indicios razonables.
Ms. Jones, does the state anticipate
Hold up, hold up. I know you guys want to listen up right now, but we're having some technical difficulties. See, let me refresh this puppy up really quick.
you are entitled to a hearing on that motion?
Y usted tiene derecho a que se lleve a cabo una vista sobre ese pedimento.
Hearing will be set this Thursday at 8:15.
Esa vista será programada este día jueves a las 8:15 de la mañana.
Judge Wilson.
En la sala 5F con la juez Wilson.
Thanks. You could be seeing Judge Wilson or one of her colleagues this Thursday at 8:15.
Gracias. Usted va a ver a la juez Wilson o uno de nuestros colegas a las 8:15 este día jueves.
Thank you.
Gracias.
State of Florida versus Luis Rojas Hernandez.
PD approved.
Se le designa el defensor público.
Good afternoon, sir.
Buenas tardes, caballero.
Sir, you are accused of battery domestic violence related.
Señor, usted fue acusado de un cargo de agresión física, violencia doméstica.
Find probable cause.
Determino que existen indicios razonables.
Will appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent your interests.
Voy a designar las oficinas del defensor público para que represente sus intereses.
Do you wish to have contact with the
I believe her name was Claudia Valdez.
You wish to have contact with Claudia Valdez?
¿Usted desea tener contacto con Claudia Valdés?
Sí.
Yes.
And do you accept if she wishes to have contact with you?
¿Y usted acepta si ella desea tener contacto con usted?
Sí.
Yes.
Or order that you have non-hostile contact with Ms. Claudia Valdez?
El tribunal le exige contacto sin hostilidad con la señorita Claudia Valdés.
Will be permitted to return to the family home.
Se le permitirá regresar al lugar familiar.
You may not put your hands on her. You may not have any verbal arguments. You may not threaten her.
No le puede poner las manos encima, no puede hablarle de manera hostil verbalmente y no puede amenazarla.
You are not to possess any weapons or firearms.
Se le prohíbe portar armas de fuego o armas blancas.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Next court date on demand.
Próxima comparecencia cuando sea ordenada.
Your Honor, can you repeat the bond for that?
Sure. It was, can't remember what it said, $1,000?
What up, Becky?
I wrote down 500.
Yeah, it was 1,000, of
Le programé la fianza de $1,000.
Thank you, Your Honor.
course.
And Your Honor, respectfully, if I could have the case number for that defendant, please.
What up,
My
Siwa?
apologies. 25 MM804.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The next case is 25 CF 1065.
PD approved.
Se le designa al defensor público.
Sine.
Florida versus Lucas Santiago Jalil. Good afternoon, sir.
Buenas tardes, caballero.
Sir, you are here based on an allegation of burglary to an occupied dwelling unarmed.
Señor, se encuentra aquí por un cargo de allanamiento a una vivienda no ocupada sin armas.
State, do you anticipate filing a motion for pretrial detention?
Fiscalía, ¿anticipan entablar un pedimento para la prisión preventiva?
No, Your Honor.
No, su señoría.
Based on that representation and there being no other holds, you are entitled to consideration for bond.
Basado en esa información y el hecho que no tiene otro retén, usted tiene derecho a fianza.
Find probable cause.
Determino que existen indicios razonables.
Bond is set in the amount of $3,500.
Le programo la fianza en $3,500.
You are not to return to the scene where this is alleged to have occurred.
Se le prohíbe regresar al lugar de los acontecimientos.
You are to have no contact with any alleged victim.
Se le prohíbe contacto con ninguna presunta víctima.
You may not possess any weapons or firearms.
Se le prohíbe portar armas de fuego y armas blancas.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Next court date on demand.
Próxima comparecencia cuando sea ordenada.
TK starts in 30 minutes.
Florida
Iowa,
versus Eric Sepulveda Torres.
Iowa. I'm checking. It hasn't started yet.
Good afternoon, sir.
Buenas tardes, caballero.
Buenas tardes.
Good afternoon.
Sir, you were
Florida.
arrested for grand theft auto, possessing a controlled substance, and possession of drug paraphernalia.
Señor,
Thank
usted
you.
fue arrestado por hurto mayor de automóvil,
Iowa.
posesión de sustancia ilícita y posesión de parafernalia de drogas.
Find probable cause.
Determino que existen indicios razonables.
Bond is set in the amount of $2,500 as to counts 1 and 2.
En el primero y segundo cargo se le emite una fianza de $2,500 en cada cargo.
Bond is set in the amount of $500 as to count 3.
Y el tercer cargo
Thank
tiene
you.
una fianza de $500.
Office of the Public Defender is appointed.
Se le designa a las oficinas del defensor público.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Next court date on demand.
Próxima comparecencia cuando sea ordenada. Madam Clerk, if you could kindly confirm the case number, please.
25 CF 1067.
Thank you very much.
Hey, thank you for
State
that.
of
I
Florida
am
versus Miguel
Kayla.
Zeptilil.
PD approved.
Se le designa al defensor público.
Mr. Interpreter, 25 CT 1383.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sir, you are here based on an allegation of operating a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license.
Caballero, usted se encuentra aquí por una alegación de conducir un vehículo a motor sin tener licencia válida de conducir.
Court finds probable cause.
El tribunal determina que existen indicios razonables.
Bond is set in the amount of $250.
La fianza se le programa en $250.
I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent your interests.
Voy a designar las oficinas del defensor público para que representen sus intereses.
Thank you.
Next
Muchas
court date,
gracias.
April 17, 8:30 a.m., courtroom 4B. If out on bond, April 23, 8:30 a.m., courtroom 4E.
Próxima comparecencia si permanece detenido, 17 de abril, 8:30, sala 4B. Si está bajo libertad, 23 de abril, 8:30, sala 4E.
Mr. Interpreter, we have one more interpreter case, but we need a Creole interpreter. May we?
Oh, Your Honor, we have one more Spanish case.
Okay.
Let me
Is that-
figure out his
is that-
name.
Is that Mr. Aguayo?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. I'm sorry.
It's
We
okay.
have one more Spanish case.
Good afternoon, Honor.
Hello, Mr. Aguayo. Mr. Aguayo, do you need the assistance of an interpreter?
Caballero, usted necesita los servicios del intérprete de habla hispana.
Sí, por favor.
Yes, please.
Sir, you were arrested based on an allegation that you violated your probation in 24 CT 3672.
Señor, usted fue arrestado por una alegación de incumplimiento de un régimen de libertad vigilada en el caso 24CT3672.
Judge Yansevich issued a warrant for your arrest and assigned you no bond.
La juez Yoncevich emitió una orden para su arresto y no le dio derecho a fianza en este momento.
You're going to remain on no bond until you can explain to her what's going on.
Usted va a permanecer sin derecho a fianza hasta que usted hable con ella y le explique la situación.
I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent your interests.
Le voy a designar las oficinas del defensor público para que representen sus intereses.
Thank you.
Next
Gracias.
court date, April 17, 8:30 a.m., courtroom 4B.
Próxima comparecencia 17 de abril, 8:30, sala 4B. And Your Honor, as per your request, I've made my office aware that you need a Creole interpreter. I don't know for sure if we have one available at this time. I'm looking at our calendar to see if there's one scheduled for any other proceeding this afternoon. I don't see one, but I have made them aware that you require one.
Okay, well, is this suggestion just to give you guys a call back in just a few minutes?
Yeah, if you have any other cases, Your Honor, that you can take and then maybe take the Creole last that we have.
Yeah,
Your
negative.
Honor,
Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I should have waited for you to finish with the interpreter, but he says he thinks he understands enough English.
Okay,
Go for it.
all right. He's got bonds on both of his cases, so we'll move. Mr. Interpreter, thank you for your help.
You're welcome, Your Honor. Have a good afternoon.
Damn, they went through
versus
they
Wesley,
cleared up that
Lelipe.
they cleaned that courtroom out real quick.
PD approved.
Sir, you are here with us based because of an issue out of Glades County. There's also an allegation of failing to register a motor vehicle out of Glades County.
Damn, I thought he was about to say something
The
else.
failure to appear, you have a bond in the amount of $5,000. As to the no motor vehicle registration, you have a bond in the amount of $500.
I was like,
If
ah,
you choose not to post your bond, Glades County will be noticed that you are here with us. Were you able to understand me?
what? ¿Qué?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next court date, April 17, 8:30 a.m., courtroom 4B. If out on bond, April 28, 8:30 a.m., courtroom 4B.
Ms. Clark, thank you. Ms. Jones,
You guys have a good day. Thank you.
you as well. All right, we're going to set up for our trial case.
Woo! Damn. Florida's really going through it. Hey, so for those of you interested in Iowa, I logged in on another computer so I could keep an eye on it, so I could switch over, but apparently it hasn't started, so I'm not sure what's going on with it. So, but in about 30 minutes or so, we're going to be swapping over to the TK case, if you will. Hold on, I'm trying to switch over my monitor over here. Let me see. Where should we go? I am in Iowa. My account got restricted on the bigger account. I'm going to go ahead and cut this stream here, but you guys are good right here. But I'm pointing to you're good. If you're over pointing to you now, then I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. Hey, for those of you that are on the bigger channel, please jump over to the smaller one or jump over to YT. I'm gonna cut the stream because I just got a violation and I'm not trying to get banned, if you will. All right. So if you see this, your stream going down in about 2 seconds, it means that I was talking to you. And if you could hear me now, I wasn't talking to you, and we're good. So because we got 388 people, and we got 125,000 taps. Hey, thank you guys. For those of you the guys that have been tapping, highly appreciate you guys. If you guys haven't been tapping, I still appreciate you. And if you're a lurker, I appreciate you. If you're dropping comments, I appreciate you. And if you're following, I appreciate you. If you're not following, I appreciate you. And if you're a hater, I appreciate you too. Let me see. All right, let me see. Let me get the other courtroom going before you guys get impatient here. Oops, what did I do? Oh, let's go back here. Let me close this up. Get this one up on the screen, and let's get the.
Good afternoon, sir.
This was kind of low. I'll put up the volume. Let me go. Let me know when you guys could hear.
Swear from testimony about
Hey, welcome, Kimberly.
The whole truth and nothing but the truth. I do.
All right, you can put your hand down. Could you state your name, please? You can put your hand down.
Melinda Faith Sanders.
All right, Ms. Sanders. This case 2025 MO 400-905AO. Ma'am, you are charged with possession of an open container.
Oh, hell, now throw the book at her.
Ma'am, you do qualify
Open
for the
container?
services of the public defender. Would you like for me to appoint the public defender to
I
represent you?
understand what you say.
Would you like for me to appoint the public defender to represent you?
Yes, sir.
What's that? Oh, she's going to plea? Okay, so at this time, I'm not going to appoint the public defender. Ms. Smyrno, as a friend of the court, can you just help her?
Yeah, that's
All right,
liquor.
So I'm not going to appoint the public defender because if I do that, that's just going to cost you an extra $50, okay?
Yes, sir.
If you're going to plea, then we can resolve this today. Looks like she's got 2 days in.
Because they won't make any money off of them if they get a ticket. They gotta incarcerate them, make sure that they're getting those daily fees, those housing fees, court fees. You gotta maximize the profits here. Is this Florida? This is Florida. This is Orange County, Florida. That is correct. And these are live. These are happening in real time. These are happening right now. I don't know what the outcome of these cases are. We're figuring it out right here all together. Damn, James, how do you have so many court on auto dial-up? You know what, guys? I just got way too much time on my hands right here. But it be like that sometimes. Let me drink my 40 in peace. Laughing out loud. I'm in Orlando. Hey, thank you, Nola, girl, for sharing the live. Highly appreciate that. Had to work. Let me see. It's about the money. Yup. Dollar signs right there. That's what you see. When you see these individuals here, they're dollar signs right there. They're money bags, if you will. Let me see. Yes, here in Florida. How do you find these Zoom calls? I can't tell you the secret sauce right here. Then you're going to be opening up a TikTok account, and then I'll have people coming in telling me that this person and that person, they open it. And I'm speaking from experience here, so I'm not making this stuff up.
Sanders,
Yeah.
it's my understanding that you wish to withdraw your previously entered plea of not
Can't hear
guilty
them on YT,
entered
if
plea
you
of no
will.
contest
Can't hear them.
to the charge of open container alcoholic beverage. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the agreed upon resolution for this case is you'll be adjudicated guilty. I'll sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail. but
2
I'll give you
days.
Credit for the 2 days that you've already served. So there'll be no more jail time. You'll be released as to this case today. And then you have court costs, cost of prosecution. I'll give you 1 year to pay that, okay?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay. Has anybody promised you anything other than those terms?
No, sir.
All right. Ma'am, from where you're standing, I'm holding up a form. Do you recognize this form?
Yes, sir.
Have you had an opportunity to go over this form in its entirety?
No, sir.
All right. You have a form in front of you. That's a copy of it. Please read that.
Yes. Yes.
You've had an opportunity to go over this form in its entirety?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There's a signature on the bottom of this form. Do you recognize that signature?
Yes, sir.
Is that your signature? Hey, do you understand the rights that you're giving up by entering this plea today?
No contents.
What?
What's that?
No.
I didn't-
She said no content.
Do you understand the rights that you are giving up by entering
Oh,
this
yes,
plea
sir.
today?
Yes, sir.
No
Do you have any
content. What
questions
the
about
what?
those rights?
No, sir.
Okay,
Extremely
ma'am,
low?
What is the highest level of education that you've completed?
Hold on, let me try to raise it up.
Do you read and write the English language?
Yes, sir.
Are you entering this plea today freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you into entering this plea?
No, sir.
At this time, are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or controlled substances?
No, sir.
Ma'am, you understand that if you are not a United States citizen, a plea today would subject you to deportation.
I'm a United
I
citizen.
understand. I have to tell you, though, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Can you guys hear better now?
Basis.
On April 7th, 2025, Officer Rodriguez of Orlando Police Department saw the defendant sitting at a Lynx bus stop at West Washington Street and Coburn Avenue in Orange County. He saw her holding a vitamin water bottle, but it had light brown liquid. He
Vitamin.
could smell the odor of alcohol coming from the bottle.
Come again.
When asked, the defendant admitted that she had concealed alcohol in it so she wouldn't be seen drinking. It did happen in Orange County.
Okay. All right. I do find a factual basis for your plea today. So at this time, how do you wish to plead to the charge of open container? Guilty or no contest?
No contents.
All right, I'll accept your no contest plea. I find you alert, intelligent, and understanding the nature of the charge against you. Additionally, I find that you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily. At this time, I will adjudicate you guilty in this case. I already gave it to you, so I put that on. In this case, 2025 MO 400-905 AO. I will adjudicate you guilty. I will order that you serve 2 days in the Orange County Jail, but I'll give you 2 days for the credit for the 2 days that you've already served. So there'll be no more jail time. I'll order that you pay court costs and cost of prosecution. I'll give you 1 year to pay those fines and court costs, okay?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, you do have the right to appeal the judgment and sentence in this case if you choose to do so. It must be done in writing, and it must be done within 30 days. If you do have the right to the assistance of counsel in this, to help you if you decide to appeal. If you cannot afford an attorney and you qualify, the court will appoint one to represent you, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank
All
you
right,
very
good
much.
luck, ma'am.
Have a blessed day.
Go that way.
All right. Okay. All right.
All right, I tried raising the volume. Hopefully that's a little bit better. But yeah, the audio sucks here in this courtroom. The judge, I don't think the judge talks directly into the microphone.
Hey, Mr. Brown?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, please raise your right hand. You swear affirm the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Could you state your name, please?
Tyree Jermaine Brown.
Is that better
All right,
now
Mr.
for you guys
Brown.
on white tee?
You do qualify for the services of the public defender. Would you like for me to appoint the public defender to represent you?
Yes, sir.
This time I will appoint the public defender, in this case 2025 CF 4279AO. I have reviewed the arrest affidavit. In this case, I do find probable cause for your arrest. I will set your bond at $2,500, okay? Good luck.
Your Honor, Carrington Aaliyah.
Hey, you guys got to remind me when the TK trial
That was
starts.
Carrington.
Let me know or turn it back, because if not, the audio is gonna be super loud. Because that microphone in that room, it picks all the sounds up. So remind me to adjust the volume on that one, all right? Because I don't want to blow out your speakers on your phones, your TVs, laptops. I can't be
Good
held
afternoon, sir. How are you?
responsible.
All right, please raise your right hand. You swear affirm testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Sure.
All right, could you put your hand down?
12 minutes.
Please state your name.
Arthur Dean Dalton.
All right, Mr. Dalton, this is case 2025 CF 4281AO. Sir, you do qualify for the services of the public defender. Would you like for me to appoint the public defender to represent you?
Sir.
You have to speak up a little bit.
Sir.
Okay, this time I will appoint the public defender to represent you. I have reviewed the arrest affidavit in this case. I do find probable cause for your arrest. You're charged with 1 count, possession of cannabis greater than 20 grams.
How dare
Your
he
bond is set at $2,500.
throw the book at
Good
that
luck, sir.
guy? How dare he? Sheesh. Guy's over here smoking the reefer. Not today, buddy. Not today. What's up, Joe Billings Cuvo? Not the devil's lettuce. It is wild to me, you know, because I'm from California, so that stuff is, it's just like another day in the park.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Hey, what up, Soph?
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear affirm testimony you're about to
Getting
provide is the
day
truth, the whole
wrong.
truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can put your hand down. Could I get your name, please?
Javaris Grams.
All right, Mr. Grams, this is case 2025 CF 4274AO. Sir, you do qualify for the services of the public defender. Would you like for me to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case?
Yes, sir.
This time I will appoint the public defender, sir. I have reviewed the arrest affidavit in this case, and I do find probable cause for both count 1, possession of cocaine, and count 2,
What?
possession
Oh,
of
don't
controlled
say that.
substance. I will
Don't
set your
say
bond at $2,500 for each count, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck, sir.
Nata bolsita, right, Johnny 208. Señorita Pocahontas, I heard it
Good
was
afternoon, sir. How are you?
Cheech and Chong
Doing all
stuck
right, sir.
ever since,
All
laughing
right.
out loud.
Sir, so please raise your right hand.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
not
the
this
right.
one. Yeah.
You swear from the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
All right, could you put your hand down? Could you state your name, please?
Rashawn Lamar Green.
All right, Mr. Green, you are here because you are charged with, in case 2025 CF 4271AO, trafficking in MDMA, and that's count 1. Count 2 is possession of cannabis 20 grams or less. State, do you wish to be heard as to bond to count 1?
Orange County,
Your Honor, we can
Florida.
go with the scheduled bond, which would be $50,000.
9 minutes.
Okay. So, sir, and I'll follow that recommendation.
Thank you.
So, sir, as to count 1, and I have reviewed the arrest affidavit in this case, I do
raised both
find
hands.
probable cause for your arrest. As to count 1, I will set bond at $50,000. Count 2,
50,000?
I will set bond, I will follow the bond that's in place, and I will keep bond at $2,500. However, sir, you are currently out on ROR on case 2024 CF 107, or sorry, CF 017065AO.
Your Honor, on that case, it seems as if he pled on
He's already pled on this
April the
case?
3rd.
April the 3rd.
So you already pled on that case?
Yes, sir.
It shows
All
in the
right,
state
okay,
attorney's
so
office, just
then
not
I don't
the
have to
clerk's.
address that then. So, sir, you do have a bond, your bond is on count 1, 50,000, count 2 is 2,500, okay?
Is it possible that I can get a reduction?
No. All right, sir, also, you do qualify for the services of the public defender. Would you like for me to appoint the public defender to represent you?
Yes, sir.
All right, at this time, I will appoint the public defender. And you can talk to your attorney, they can always file a motion to reduce bond, but right now I'm keeping it at the bond schedule, okay?
Your Honor, all Prince refused.
He refused?
Yes, sir, all Prince.
Okay.
Which one, sorry?
So on Hall,
25C,
so I'll make a provisional appointment of the public defender, and
it'd just be the next case.
this is Mr. Hall, case 2025 CF 4276AO. I'll make a provisional appointment of the public defender. He's refused, so waive his appearance.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I have reviewed he's charged with possession of cocaine. I have reviewed the arrest affidavit. I do find probable cause. I'll set his bond at $2,500. Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Possession of cocaine. No. What do I say?
All right, sir. So please raise your right hand as well as you can. Sir, do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can put your hand down. Could you state your name, please?
Delany Harris.
Speak up, please.
Delany Harris.
Hey, why is
Mr.
this guy
Harris?
handcuffed?
Sir.
Okay. All right, sir. Sir, you do qualify for the services of the public defender. Would you like for me to appoint the public defender to represent you?
Looking like Chief Keef.
Oh.
I don't know. No sé. Let me think about it.
It's a yes or no question, sir.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
It's not whatever. Do you want me to appoint the public defender?
He is shackled.
Yeah.
Okay, at this time, as the case 2025 CF 4289AO, it says
High-speed
trafficking
chase?
in cocaine, 28
The yayo?
grams up
Oh, what is
to,
cocaine?
What?
sir, up to 150 kilograms.
Hey.
I have reviewed the arrest affidavit. I do find probable cause. In case 2025 MM 300099AE, possession of drug equipment. I have reviewed the arrest affidavit. I do find probable cause for that case. As to case 2025 CF 4289AO, I'm going to set your bond at $50,000.
Oh,
As to case 2025 MM 300099AE, I'm going to stay the bond at $500.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, were we appointed to the 300?
Yeah, I've appointed you for both cases. All right, good luck, sir.
hold up.
That's for this case.
Oh. Hold on.
I didn't sign up for that. When I was doing all of that, I wasn't expecting. I don't want to go to prison. Wait, what?
Ain't no damn way you gonna plan nothing on me.
You ain't planning nothing on me. Well, yes, they did. They did that today. Got you today. They got you, buddy. You got mail.
Good afternoon, ma'am. How are you?
I'm all right, you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Could you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Can you state your name, please?
Brianna Hicks.
All right, Ms. Hicks. You're here in case 2025 CF 4252AO. You're charged with count 1, burglary of a structure, count 2, petty theft. I have reviewed the arrest affidavit. I do find probable cause for each of the counts of this case. I am going to give you a bond, though, okay?
Okay.
But there's going to be some conditions.
Okay.
So on count 1, I'm going to set your bond at 1,000. On count 2, I'm going to set your bond at 500.
Okay.
Okay? But I'm going to order that you do not return to 4101 Equity Row, number 317, Orlando, Florida. That's the Extended Stay America where this incident occurred.
Yes, sir.
Okay? So you're not to go back there. Additionally, you are not to have any contact with co-defendant in this case. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Also, ma'am, I want to, so you cannot return to that location. Additionally, you are not to have any contact with the alleged victim in this case. Also, based on what I'm reading here, you are not to possess or consume any illegal drugs or alcohol.
Okay.
And ma'am, when I say no contact, that means no contact. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So that's direct or indirect. Right? State, yes, go ahead.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, have we gone over the appointment to the public defender's office?
I'm sorry? Oh, yeah, ma'am, you do qualify for the assistance of the public defender. Would you like me to appoint the public defender to represent you?
All right, all right. Thank you, thank you.
Do I need it?
I can't give you legal advice, ma'am. You qualify, so,
I'm all right.
okay. So at this time, I won't appoint the public defender. So ma'am, your bond is set at $1,000.
What up, Angel?
For count one and 500 for count two.
Okay.
And so, and then those other conditions that I put, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, so the TK is.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please raise your right hand. Sir, do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
All right, could you state your name, please?
That's the journey.
All right, Mr. Jernigan, you're here on case 2024 CF 15191AO. Sir, you were charged with petty theft with 2 prior convictions. Probable cause has been found in this case, because a warrant was issued, so I do find probable cause.
I got it streaming on my other computer. So if you go to @collectcallfrom, I got it on a separate stream. It's
Yeah,
it's labeled
So, sir,
Court Florida.
You're here because you failed to appear for court. So you're held at no bond. I'm going to hold you at no bond, okay?
The TK hasn't opened up yet. I got it opened up on my screen. So as soon as it comes up, we'll be heading over.
Up to date with my court date. I kept calling my bond, and he kept telling me I didn't have a court date, I didn't have a court date.
Okay, sir, all right,
And I turned myself in.
Oh, it's started. It's
sir,
started.
just, because everything is being recorded. Has the public defender been previously appointed in this case?
Just checked, Your Honor, and we are.
Okay, well, I'm cutting this one. We're gonna go over to TK
So,
right now.
sir, you have an attorney, so, your attorney,
All right. All right, guys, let's get to the TK, if you will. Just give me a moment. As soon as it starts up, I'm gonna adjust all the volumes and stuff because I don't want to blow out anybody's eardrums, if you will. Just give me a moment here. Adjust everything here. Let me adjust it back to 0 because it might be too loud. Okay. And so as soon as they get it going, I'll put it up on the screen. We heard a little bit. Can't wait. And so for those of you that want to continue watching what we were just watching right now in Florida, go to @collectcallfrom. I'm gonna have like 3 or 4 different streams. Make sure you go to the live. Go to @collectcallfrom. Go to the live tab and then check out the courts. You'll be able to see it. I think I got 3 or 4 different streams running right now, and I'm not sure where I labeled it. So, all right, we're waiting for TK right now. Hold up. They started, but they haven't started, if you will. So let me safety first, if you will. What is TK? So TK is he's a rapper, a young rapper out of the TK. I'm gonna put it here. The TK court. If you wanna continue watching what we were watching right now, you wanna jump over to YT, and you can watch it over there. Obviously, I won't be over there. I'm gonna be on the TK, if you will. Rapper who never made. Ay. Hey, and I see there's 400 of you guys in here. I really appreciate it if you guys could go ahead and if we could get up to 200K on the tabs, and if you guys could share it, because sharing is caring. If you haven't done so too, please do so. Hit that follow button. It's free 99. Are you out of your mind? Don't be an Uncle Scrooge. Don't be a Mr. Krabby Patty, if you will. Don't trip. And gifts are not required over here. So don't feel pressure for anything like that. But if you guys could go ahead and follow me here and follow over on YT, I would highly appreciate it. Trying to grow both platforms, if you will. And I'm still waiting for it to come up on the screen. They still haven't put it up on the screen yet. So as soon as they do, I'll go ahead and switch it up for you guys. Free stickers. Hey, so I make money. I got the free stickers, but you have to pay for the shipping. The shipping is $1 if you're in the U.S. If you're outside of the United States, it'll be $2 US, if you will. He unalived his let me see, Gumby Gay. You know, hey, you know what? I'm me, you know, and that's the way I roll. You know, I understand everybody has different things going on in their life when it comes, you know, economically, if you will. So I'm not gonna pressure you guys because that's not my get down. I don't like to beg. That's not me. But if you do shoot something, hey, it's appreciated, but it's not required. Like I said, despensa en la tira. Let me see, send galaxies and everything else, folks. Ay, ay, ay. All right. So, man, what's up with this TK? What's the hold up over here? Let me see. You know what I can do right now while we're waiting? I'm gonna jump on Judge Boyd's stream, so like that we could at least hear something while we're waiting. And once the other stream starts, we'll go ahead and transition over. So just give me a moment while I pull up. Let me see right here. Judge Boyd, is she on yet? I don't even think she's turned on her camera yet. Nope, Judge Boyd hasn't even turned on her camera yet. Let me see. Fox San Antonio. Let's see what they got. Report. Nope. Okay. Yeah, so they haven't started it yet. So as soon as they start it up, then we'll go ahead and switch over. I thought that I might have put the trigger a little bit too early, but it be like that sometimes. Let me see. Follow the live. You know what? I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna switch on over back to Florida right now while this thing starts back up, since it hasn't started back up. I know we had some good cases over there. Let me see. Let me pull it back up on the screen. 9. Okay, we'll put it back up really quick. And I'll keep the TK screen open.
All right. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Could you please raise your right hand?
Of course, a man pulls too early. What the wood?
Nothing but the truth.
Sir.
All right, you put your hand up.
It's 11:35.
Aquez Milton.
All right, Mr. Milton, you are here in regards to case 2025 CF 4270AO. Sir, you do qualify for the services of the public defender. Would you like for me to appoint the public defender to represent you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, at this time, I will appoint the public defender to represent you. Sir, I have reviewed the arrest affidavit, and I am troubled by it. So I do find probable cause for each of the counts. State, do you wish to be heard as to bond?
What up, Daniel?
Because currently is count 1 and count 2 is no bond, so.
Yes, Your Honor, they do come in that way, but no, state.
I understand. I just wanted to see if you wanted to.
Hey,
make an
where's she?
argument as to it.
What kind of? Where's she from?
All right, so count 1, throwing a missile into a dwelling or structure. I do find probable cause. I will set your bond
Australia?
at $15,000.
Okay, Australian.
Count
Says
2,
Whitney.
possession of
England?
firearm or ammunition by a convicted felon. I do find probable cause.
Is
I'm
this
going to
real?
set your bond at $2,500.
I sure hope I'm real.
Count 3, exposure of sexual organs,
Jamaican?
first offense.
Oh.
I'm going to increase your bond in
Awa.
that case. I'm going to set your bond at $1,500. Right? Good luck, sir.
It's your imagination.
Your Honor, unless he lives in the area, I would ask that he not return, and obviously no weapons or firearms.
Yeah, sir. So, he does show that he has an Orlando address on Conway. But sir, you are to not possess as a condition of your release. If you bond, you are not to return to the Bridgewater Apartments, 2432 Conway Road. And that is your address. Is that correct? Okay. So, sir, you're going to have to find someplace else to go. Okay? And you're not to possess any firearms or weapons. If you have any firearms or weapons, which you shouldn't have it because you're a convicted felon. So let's just say you're not to possess any firearms or weapons, okay? Additionally, sir, I don't want you to possess or consume any illegal drugs or alcohol. Okay? And you are to have no contact with the alleged victim in this case, okay?
Your Honor, we would just be asking for a one-time return with law enforcement.
All right, sir, I will allow you to return one time to the residence to retrieve your personal effects, clothes. However, you must return with the assistance of law enforcement, okay? So I have appointed the public defender to represent you. She can, somebody from her or somebody from her office can help you coordinate that.
All right, so this thing's buffering. They turned the camera on TK, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it back. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the screen for you guys, so like that. And I gotta adjust the audio volume, so I don't want to blow out any eardrums here. So let me make sure I got all that situated, because then I'm gonna be panicking over here, and I'll probably end up making a mistake. So let me get that on the screen there for you guys. All right, cool. So as you guys can see right there, this is Judge Boyd's. She's out of Bexar County, and that's going to be spelled Bexar.